Tinny from Mini Bowl Design, and today, for my video, for lack of anything else, I couldn't think of anything to cook today, and it was kind of a nondescript day as far as orders went. I only had 2 orders, one for a simple stove and one for a Snow Peak 600 lid, and those went out the door along with everything from yesterday, because yesterday was President's Day and the mail didn't move, so everything went out today. Now, I did mention Monday. Monday was nuts. I actually, today, had sore shoulders from running the press all day making lids. I don't know how many lids I've probably made somewhere between 15 or 20 lids. Every order seemed to have a lid or 2 or 3 attached to it, and I had, I think, 12 or 13 orders. So it was a real liddy day. And that's good, because I like making lids. It's fairly lucrative. Okay, let me start answering questions that I've gotten in emails and may not have gotten my point completely across, and hopefully the people that emailed me are watching now. Okay, I got one I'll start with the most recent one. The last one I got, man wanted to know if I could make a lid for his Imusa pot that wasn't made from a beer can. Okay, and my answer to that is, I sell a lot of lids on the website, and I sell a 12 centimeter and a 10 centimeter Imusa pot, and I sell just a regular, shiny aluminum lid made out of 25 thousandths aluminum with a maple knob for both the 10 and the 12 centimeter pots. So if you want one that isn't a beer can, you can buy one on the website. And if you want to order a cooking kit and you'd rather have a blank lid without any design on it, in the PayPal section is a place to put a note in. Just put a note in there and request a straight aluminum lid, and I'll put one on your kit, no extra charge. Okay, next one. On my cooking video where I did clam chowder, the person asked if I could dehydrate the clams to make it more compact and easier. Okay, the answer is maybe. You could take the clams out of the smoked sauce they're in and maybe boil them for a while to get all of the fat out of them, all the fat you possibly could, then rinse them really well and dehydrate them. But they wouldn't taste anything like they do right out of the can. When they're coming out of the can, they're steeped right in a smoky, oily sauce, and that's where most of the flavor is. So if you did clean them up and dehydrate them, you'd have clams, but the flavor wouldn't be there. And the whole idea of clams is flavor. Okay, but you could leave the clams in the can, and dehydrate potatoes, cooked potatoes, celery and onions, dehydrate those and put those in with the chowder and make it, give it a lot more body and a lot more filling. And that would be an easy thing to do. But I'd leave the clams alone in the can, because that's where all the flavor is. Okay. When are you going to have some QMH pots in again? I really want one. I just put 5 in the store about half an hour ago. K-cab legs. A person saw the stove that I cooked the biscuits on and made the last clam chowder on with all the 6 legs, and it does resemble a K-cab. And he wanted to know if I could make a set of legs for his that went up and went out and back up again to capture a pot. The answer to that is I could, but for 2 reasons I wouldn't recommend it. One is the K-cab burner is so big around that if the legs went up, they'd just go by the edge of it, and the flame ring would go out and hit them. And 6 legs all heated up with that much heat would transfer the heat down the legs into the base and boil the alcohol. Second off, the material I would make the legs out of, since a K-cab is made for like cast iron frying pans and 2, 3, 4 quart pots, the legs wouldn't stand up very well to that much weight, especially after they got hot and the temper came out of them. Okay, somebody wanted to know why I don't take any inheritance I get and finish the Volkswagen. Okay, that's a good question. the finishing the Volkswagen has nothing to do with money. I've got almost everything I need to finish it out there in a box, just waiting to go. New seats, new carpets, one-piece windows, everything. Now I've got to put in the one-piece windows. That's the next big hurdle. And that's a very long, slow job that has to be done. Has to be done right. You have to fudge around a lot. Now here's the deal with the Volkswagen. About every 3 years, I do something to the Volkswagen. And after I get through doing that project, which usually takes 6 months, I'm so tired of it, I just turn my back on it until it becomes interesting again. And I only work on it when it's fun. If it's not fun, I don't work on it. So about every 3 years, I have a 6-month stint. Okay, the last push was to get the roof liner in and get all the body work done on it. And after I got through all that, which was really traumatic, I really had a hard time, especially with the body work. And it was a lot of stress involved there. And I'm just burnt out on it. When I get around to it, when it starts looking like it'll be fun, and I can start looking forward to working on it again, when I burn off all the other bad vibes, then I'll get back to it. Maybe this summer. The next thing to do is to put in the windows. And the way I understand it, that's a very fidgety, slow, mind-numbing job. But that's my next project. And when I get around so it's going to be fun, then I'll do it. No, that sounds funny, but that's the way it works. New stove designs. New stove designs, I'm a bit of a victim of my own success on that. You guys all know, I've probably, I don't know how many designs I've gone through over the years, but I've come to the point now where I can't find any area or any design that I think is worthy of putting in the store and starting manufacturing. I feel that the stoves I have cover everything that the average person would run into. So I'm kind of a victim of my own success there, where I've kind of run myself out of designs. If something comes up, or I see something, I will design a new stove, but only if it serves a new purpose. I refuse to make stoves just for the sake of making them look different. Just to make them look different, but they perform just exactly the same as another stove I sell, and don't have any advantage of heat, weight, adjustability, pot stand, like something, remote feed. If it doesn't meet some new criteria that I won't make it just to make it look different. Okay, alcohol fumes in the studio. Somebody asked if when I'm cooking with my alcohol stove, if I ever get enough fumes to kind of make my eyes burn and stuff. Running one alcohol burner in a room this size, which is 12 by 20, with about an 8-foot ceiling, you would never get enough fumes to cause any kind of problem whatsoever. You're just not burning enough alcohol, and you're not going to be burning it for more than probably a half an hour at a time. If you were using a K-cab in here and cooked with it all day, you might run into a problem. But then I think if you just open the window for a few minutes, you'd be all set to go again. They don't give off much in the way of fumes. Now, if you have one of the emergency heaters and you're having problems with fumes, because those run quite a while, one of the main reasons that people so far have had problems is if they've gotten a batch of 70% isopropyl alcohol, some of it burns really nasty and makes your eyes burn and actually smuts the bottom of the pot. I suspect that's something in the alcohol besides alcohol, some additive. Somebody said they put baby oil in. I don't know. Anyway, something in there. But if you do run into that and you can't get alcohol that burns without bad fumes, go to heat. Heat is always the same, and it has very little fumes. Won't make your eyes burn. Of course, like anything, you want to keep a window open or keep some air, venting air coming in, especially if you're in a vehicle. But if you can't, and I recommend before you put it in your car that you try out some of the alcohol you're going to be using to make sure it's not nasty, because that wouldn't be fun in a car if you got some bad alcohol that really made your eyes burn. So If you can't get it, go to heat. Heat will work fine. And if you can't find a bottle that the cap will screw onto, some of them are different, go to a regular soda bottle or a water bottle. I think they all have basically the same thread. They'll screw right on. But try it ahead of time to make sure. Squirt margarine. A lot of people, well, squirt margarine's not, you know, it's not that good and it's not good for you. Okay, here's my spin on squirt margarine. It's easy. It's in a container where you just blip. You don't have to open up anything and scoop it out. It lasts virtually forever. And as far as the health problems from it, hey, this isn't something you're going to eat 3 times a day for 6 months. It's out on a backpacking trip. You might eat it for 2 or 3 days out of the year. So I don't see where that's going to cause any health problems. Okay, I think that's everything for today. It's an overcast day in the teens. A little bit windy. Not a real great day. We went up to Dexter, and I bought some more clams yesterday and some more salmon in 3-ounce packages. It's kind of hard to come by in smaller packages. It's almost perfect for one person for like a salmon stew. I was looking at some flashlights in Rennie's. I didn't buy them, but I may yet. That slide right in your pocket and have a fairly big solar panel on the back that recharges them, just like the ones I made. It's supposed to give you 2 hours of good light from a 5-hour charge in sunlight, which isn't too bad. And they're real thin, so they'd slide right in your pocket or in your pack. I think that's everything for this video. I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to have some fun today, and try to have a really great day. Bye-bye.